Hey everyone, it's Maddie aka Corazon V. I just filmed this look, which is me doing a full face of overpriced or overhyped makeup that I just don't reach for anymore. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of beauty stuff and cool things, so I hope you want to stick around. And if you like my brown girl energy, you'll enjoy my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hey everyone, it's Maddie, and today I'm going to be doing my makeup using some overhyped products that I just don't reach for anymore. We're going to start with primer. So I know I used this product in my first kind of makeup video, but the Too Faced Hangover primer, I actually don't use that often. I don't know what it is about it. Like, the smell is nice because I really like... Ooh, that might be why I don't use it. It doesn't look right. It smells good. I have really oily skin. It's very... I don't know if it's even moisturizing. It just feels sticky and not in a good way. And not in a good way. It doesn't feel like it makes my makeup stick better. It just feels like I'm putting glue on my face and just like spreading it around. It feels like if I put anything on top of it, it's gonna be patchy. The only nice thing is the smell. Like, I like the coconut smell. It's like $36 for this, I think. To me, it's not worth it. I feel like I don't buy foundations that everyone uses because they're too expensive, like the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I don't have my right shade in that one, so I can't use it. Or like the Marc Jacobs Dior Air Flash foundation is really expensive. So I just have this NARS All Day Luminous foundation. I don't know if this was overhyped when it first came out, but I like it, I think. I just haven't used it in a long time, so time to use it now. And what I'm going to use to apply it, the Real Technique sponge. The thing about the Real Technique sponge is that it's supposed to be like a dupe for the Beauty Blender. And I honestly don't see that it's a dupe at all. For the price point, this is $6, Beauty Blender is $20. It does make sense that this would be the more affordable option, but quality-wise, they're not the same product. If you compare the Real Technique sponge compared to the Beauty Blender sponge, the Real Techniques is like foamy. It's more foamy and like it tears easily. And I have long nails, so you can see like my sponge is very like torn up at the top. It's good for when I was first starting out with makeup. I would use this more because I could afford it. But when I got older and more experienced with makeup, I wanted something that would work better and be more worth my money. Because I don't want to buy 10 of these in like 2 years because I feel like they only last like a month or something. I would rather put in money for stuff that's gonna work for a long time. Like my Beauty Blender, I still have it. And I bought it maybe like 2 years ago. There's nothing wrong with this sponge. For people who use a sponge on the daily, it's a good sponge. It also feels like in order to blend this into my skin, I have to like really beat up my face. If it doesn't work for me, it doesn't mean it's not gonna work for you, you know? Don't take my opinion too seriously, is what I'm trying to say. If it works for you, keep using it. But that's pretty blended in. See, I've used like maybe 4 pumps of this already, and it doesn't give me the coverage. It's like luminous and watery. So I think that's good. Also, don't mind that I have acne. It's the summertime, and I feel like the allergies and the pollens and the pollutants are just messing with my face right now, so bear with me. Alright, the next product I'm going to use is the Tarte Shape Tape. The Tarte Shape Tape does not work for me. It dries very quickly and it's expensive. It's like they raised the price to like $27 for this. And I just find it to be very messy too. It's very messy when you take it out of the container. There's like too much product on it. Like, this is way too much for one face, even for like if you use all of it. I also think this isn't my color, so please, I'll just have super highlighted under eyes today. When it first came out, and it's still people's favorite. People love this stuff. It's not the look I'm going for. What look am I going for? I don't know. But it dries too quickly, so I even feel like rushed putting on this much and having to blend it out. Because there's a technique that's been going around where people let their concealer set a little bit and then go back in and blend. I don't think I'd be able to do that with this Tarte Shape Tape. It dries way too quickly for that. I tried to try again a few days ago, and I put it just like how I normally would do concealer. I put it everywhere and then tried to go back and blend, and it felt like it was getting tacky and it was sticking to my sponge, and it was just not giving me an even coverage or anything. It just didn't feel right, and if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. But my under eyes are so bright. I'm so sorry, it just doesn't match. And it's so much product. It's like built up on the top of my thing because I'm just like trying to. This is like first world problems. This is makeup problems. I'm not gonna repurchase the Tarte Shape Tape, not even in the right color, because I can't justify it. That being said, one of my favorite concealers is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is $30, and I still haven't repurchased it because it's too expensive. Alright, well, oh, I forgot to grab my powder. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I don't have like an overhyped, overused powder that I don't like at my house right now, so I'm just gonna use the Coty Airspun loose face powder, and I still love this stuff. Maybe there's flashback, but like on a regular day, this stuff is cheap. There's a lot of it. It might get a little messy, but like if I just leave it on my counter, whatever, it's powder, it'll go away. The product that I would have chosen if I had it, because I didn't repurchase it, the Laura Mercier makeup stands come at me. I don't like the Laura Mercier powder. I think either my container was faulty or something, but not enough powder came out when I used it, and so it would be like it's like the opposite problem of like this powder, how too much comes out. Not enough powder would come out at all, and so I'd be like wrestling it with it every day or every time I used it, and it works the same as this powder. I didn't see any miraculous difference in my appearance, and I think I bought it when I was in high school because everyone was talking about it and raving about it, and I saved up for this. How much is it now? Like $25, $29? I saved up for that, and I was so disappointed by it afterwards, just because it didn't live up to like my expectation of what a powder should be. And maybe at that age I didn't know what a powder should be, but it still hurt my feelings. And try to find my eyebrow brush. Don't you hate that? The eyebrow brush is the shortest brush, yet the most important one, and I can't ever find it. I found it. A brow product that is overhyped and overpriced. Benefits Ka-Brow. I wanted to like this. I really did. I don't know if you can see. Please focus. I don't know if you can see how dry and like how there's like just a solid chunk of the product in there, but it feels like I am wrestling with trying to get product out of it, and I have tried using Duraline and doing a few drops in there to try to reactivate it, and it just dries up, so I can't even tell if this is my right, like if any color comes out. My favorite all-time product is the Anastasia Dip Brow because it just feels like you're painting. This, I can't feel it. The product is too hard and too dry where it doesn't feel like it flows. It feels like a skid mark. I can't ever tell how much product I'm getting out of it. I don't reach for my brow that often, but I have brought it when I'm on a trip or something. Because of this little brush, I like to condense a lot. So this little brush it's pretty smart. I like the packaging idea. The only thing is that the rest of the packaging sticks right up, so like you can't put it flat because it'll take up, I don't know. This brow. My overhyped brow is this one. I need to wax my eyebrows. Should I do a waxing video? I wax my own eyebrows because I have a wax machine and I've had one since high school. So that's why my eyebrows have always been okay. Just okay. This is the way I do my brow. Shut up about it. Amazing, beautiful. Let me brush this bake away first. I think baking is overrated too. Like, it just leaves me with like so much texture on my face. Why do I do it? I don't know, it feels right. It feels like I should be doing it. Please excuse that I don't know how to do my own lines. Anyways, so now that we're zoomed in, some eyeshadow palettes that I think are overhyped: the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance and Any Naked Palette Ever by Urban Decay. I never reach for these anymore. I really liked all the naked palettes, like the Naked 1, Naked 2, Naked 3. I don't have them because they're $54 each for shadows that are kind of basic, I think. So I bought this Naked Heat palette because it was on sale for $27, and these colors were more up my alley because I like the warm tones on me. They look better. So the Modern Renaissance, it like made Anastasia Beverly Hills like the company it is today, other than like the brow products, obviously. This was their first success at a eyeshadow palette. It's just alright. It's just alright. The packaging, they have like this velvet felt stuff on the outside that just gets dirty, and I've tried my best to keep it as clean as possible, but as you can see, it's still... You're an eyeshadow palette. Why are you being so difficult? I mostly only use like these matte transition shades, these sparkles maybe, and then this color down here for like the under eye. But these colors in here, they don't speak to me, especially these two. They're like these sparkly mauve burgundy colors. I don't use warm tone, don't look right on my yellow skin tone. Love Letter, on camera it looks like this really cute color, but in person, these two are really similar. I don't use one, I'm not gonna use the other one either, so now we're gonna use them today. So I'm gonna also use some Overhyped brushes, which are Morphe brushes. I know, hate me. As you can see, I think I washed this brush like once. It's fraying. These brushes are nice for the price point. I got these in a bundle on sale. That's the only time I would be able to get them, because before they were available everywhere now. They used to be only available online and I couldn't get them. And now that I can get them, they're just alright. So I'm gonna use... These palettes are so similar. Golden Ochre, this one, and Raw Sienna, this one, in my transition. Like in my crease and on my lid. I don't know. Oh, I didn't use eyeshadow primer. If I were to use an eyeshadow primer, an overhyped one I would use is the Urban Decay Primer Potions. I always forget to use primer because unless I'm doing a crazy eyeshadow look, I don't care. I'm gonna do whatever I want. Alright, so then these have like a couple warm shades. I'm gonna take Vulgar and sure, I'll mix it with Cayenne. This one is Cayenne. Because they look exactly the same. I'll put this is a big ass brush. They're huge. I'll just put that in my outer corner, outer V right here. Just to start working in some color and some depth to my flat eye. These Morphe brushes are very spiky. They kind of hurt the eye. They're not very soft. You know, this is the life choice I made for myself, so I spent the money on these brushes, I'm gonna use them. Let's go a little dramatic, you know? I'm gonna take Cypress Umber and just... Oh, that was too much. Just build in this little outer corner thing. Another thing about these shadows is they're super powdery. I just dipped into that once and it's falling into the other shadow, and I really don't like fallout. I think it's really messy because your palette on the outside has this fabric that's going to collect all that shadow and be ugly. Like you have a pastel color And if I just like flicked a little eyeshadow on the outside, it's gonna ruin it. This is why, plug. I know they're not featured in this video because I actually do love them and adore them. Juvia's Place palettes. They're made out of paper on the outside or cardboard. They're laminated so that they can be clean easily. And they don't have fallout. Thank you, Juvia's Place. You can sponsor me. What shiny shade should I use? I'm gonna use Lumber. It's this shade right here. Gold shifty pinky shade. Just gonna go in with it on the lid. It's kind of pretty, but it's also just like it's not strong enough. It's kind of cute. Kind of. I'm really bad at eyeshadow. I think I'm really bad at eyeshadow. I'm really messy and impatient. I need things that are efficient. That's the Capricorn in me talking right now. I need efficient eyeshadow. There's too much blending going on. I don't have time. And lastly, I'm gonna take Primavera right here. Primavera's gold, light champagne goldy color, which I've used a lot. And I'm gonna go in the inner corner right here. Primavera means spring in Spanish. Oh, I'm also putting it underneath, right here. In the glow spot in the tear duct. I'm gonna use that same lumber shade and just bring it down underneath as well. Just in the middle of my eye. Maybe I'll take Ashes from this palette. Ashes. Take it on a small brush and I'll put it in the outer lower corner right here. Just to give like a roundness to my eye. Cute. Next I'm gonna do my eyeliner. The eyeliner that I think is overhyped is the Stila. I don't even have a full size of it. The Stila Stay All Day eyeliner. I am very particular when it comes to eyeliner. And this is a felt tip, and I don't like the felt tip. Other than that, like, it's okay. It'll do the job. I like the brush tips a lot of my eyeliner pens. It's really hard for me to do my eyeliner with the felt tip. And again, with felt tips, I feel like I store them facing down so that the pen ink is always running down. The first eye will always be good because all the ink is in the tip. And now, this eye is going to be crap because there's not enough ink in the tip. And it's not just because I have a mini size. If you store it facing down, your first wing will be so strong and powerful. Second wing will be like this wing right now. Difficult. Also with felt tips, I can't get this right, this wing to be crisp, unless I go back in with concealer, which I definitely will not. Oh no, it's going off the rails. The wing is too long. It's so long compared to the side. Where did I go wrong? I'm not gonna fix it. You know, to prove a point, I'm not gonna fix it. This is why I don't like it. How about that? It's not too bad, right? It's horrible. So because I don't have it. Another overpriced item that my friends have had, and I got to try them, and I didn't like them, and I'm not gonna spend money on it. It's like the Anastasia contour kit. I think it's overhyped. I got this one, this Smashbox little mini contour kit for 17 bucks on sale. And you know what? It works great for me. So I'm just gonna carve out my cheek, and I just mix the colors because I'm a degenerate. A little on the forehead. Yeah, I think it's overhyped because the product itself, it's really small. Like if you notice Anastasia, the circles are so small, so you're gonna run out of product. You're gonna run out of product for a $40 product that you bought. And you can buy the inserts to, like, in case you run out, but those are like 30 bucks too. Hello, editing Maddie here. So the contour kit went up like $13, so it's $53 now. And the inserts that I just said are actually like $18, not $30. False alarm, but still rip off. So back to the video. But I like this contour kit. I like the Lorac contour kit because the pans are huge. And funny story about why I don't have my Lorac palette anymore, my contour palette. I was buying this makeup carrying case on Amazon, and I didn't like it. And I was like trying it out, putting like my products in there to see if it would all fit. And I left my Lorac palette in like this secret compartment in there. I shipped it back and now I don't have my Lorac palette, which is amazing. I love that. I love that I did that to myself. Next product is something I got as like the Sephora birthday gifts, and it's a Tarte blush. This blush is overhyped. Like, they're okay. They're just okay. Like, the color is a little, I don't know if you can see. It's just kind of like chalky. It doesn't really show up that much, and if I buy a product, I want it to show up. You know? It's a cute color, like when you put enough on, and I've hit pan on it, so I've obviously put a lot on. I have other blushes in my collection that I like more. And I put just a little bit on the nose, just because it ties in the whole thing. Because I feel like if I don't do my nose anymore, then it just looks like there's this blank area in the center of my face when I bring my blush in really close here. I know it looks crazy, but later in the day, it looks fine. It looks natural. Oh, another eyeshadow thing that I was gonna use that I think are overhyped are these Colourpop Shadow Shock Super Shock shadows. They're they have like this cool creamy, oh, this one's dried out. They usually have like this creamy texture. I don't really buy single eyeshadows. I like to buy palettes, and they just take up space unless you have like a cool place to put them. And now they're dried out, so I can't use them anymore. Mascara that I think is overhyped is the Better Than Sex whole franchise. I don't like the eyeliner that they came up with. I don't like the original mascara. I bought this waterproof mascara because I usually use a waterproof mascara because I have Asian girl lashes, and without the waterproof waxy formula in it, I can't keep a curl. And the curl is the most important part for my eyelashes, because without it, my eyelashes will grow straight down and they won't show up at all. So I use eyelash curler religiously, get them perky, get them nice. Formula is just like big, gloopy, the brush is huge, and it smudges a lot. So I don't appreciate it. Like, look how huge this eyelash brush is to my eyelashes. And to get really in there, I don't want to like have to press against it and smudge my shit, you know? I think it doesn't do a good job of combing through either. It just makes it look a little clumpy. Okay. My eyes feel like 1,000 times heavier. Alright, and then for my highlighter product that I think is overhyped, the Sleek highlighter palette. This stuff, it's cheap, yes, but one, I don't like how this packaging doesn't go all the way out. It just stops at a right angle. And I love that I can hold palettes like all the way flat out and show you like this is annoying me. I want to break it. This stuff has been advertised by like Nikki Tutorials and stuff, and they think it's so good and so nice. Listen, I'm gonna swatch all the colors for you. This is this purple shade. It's like beautiful, sparkly, awesome, amazing. It's pretty alright, okay? That one's fine. It's very glittery. I'm gonna do this bottom yellow shade, nothing. Barely anything. Orange, peachy shade. That comes out pretty nice. Very glittery. Then you put them all together, they look very similar. If I mix these all together, they would look the same. They have like the same base, like these feel like, you know, Hollow Taco, how they have like scattered hollow, flaky hollow, linear hollow. That's what this palette feels like. It just feels like they mixed up like different dimensions of sparkle, but they look all the same. And then don't even get me started on this creamy color up here. It's just chunky. It's chunky, it's gonna waste product. So even though this palette is relatively cheap, I don't reach for it. It's not the highlighter color I usually go for also. Finally, overhyped lip products. And you're gonna hate me. Colourpop. Colourpop lip product. And I got these a long time ago when they only had the matte formulas. Other than their lip balm, I haven't tried like the blotty lip or the lip glosses. People used to love these lippy sticks, the Colourpop lippy sticks, and then the ultra matte lipsticks, because everyone was just in this ultra matte liquid lip hype, right? But these, the finish is like, it feels powdery on your skin. If you cemented your lips and then all of a sudden it just crumbled into like baby powder, That's what it feels like. So, but I'm gonna use Bumble, which is a horrible dating app. Don't use it. It comes out with too much product on it as well. For this little tiny applicator, there's too much product on it. Ugh. It already feels so heavy. They just don't last as long either. Like if you take one drink out of something, it's gonna show up on the straw. It's already drying. And I'm trying to, my lips are gonna be cemented. It just feels goopy and heavy. It's dry. For my setting spray, I have the all-nighter. It's the only one I use, but I think it's overhyped and overpriced. It really is. Like when I use the Morphe like continuous spray one, I like that a lot. I just haven't had the chance to repurchase it. The spray, it comes out like a spurt. Like it's a spritz and it's like feels like a spritz. And you have to use a lot to be effective. So let's mace ourselves. I just don't like how it goes pet, 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 pet. I like this, doing this with the spray. It feels like you get everywhere, it's nice, and now my face is completely wet, which is cute. These were my products that are kind of overhyped and maybe overpriced in some ways, or just didn't meet my expectation. I hope you enjoyed the video. If these products work for you, great. But they just don't work for me. These are just my opinions. And I bought all of these products, so I pay the consequences of my actions. If you like these videos, subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye! God, my lips feel disgusting.